Carlos Alcaraz criticized for playing exhibitions after complaining about the calendar. They really don't want long off seasons. Sam Querrey is one of the best American tennis players of his generation. He currently hosts a podcast with John Isner, Steve Johnson, and Jack Sock, where they discuss tennis news and share a few laughs. The former world number 11 recently spoke about the exhibitions played by Carlos Alcaraz in the United States, considering the criticisms Alcaraz made a few weeks ago about the tight tennis schedule. Querrey, who participated in the TV broadcast of the two exhibitions held last week, shared his point of view. Alcaraz officially ended his season after Spain's elimination in the Davis Cup final in late November, but he stopped in New York and Charlotte to play a couple of exhibition matches before closing out the year. They want to go and earn a lot of money, Sam Querrey. The first stop was Madison Square Garden, where Alcaraz earned $2 million by defeating Ben Shelton. The event also featured Emma Navarro and Jessica Pegula as the prelude. 2 days later, Alcaraz faced Frances Tiafoe in Charlotte, headlining an exhibition that included Madison Keys and Sloane Stephens. Speaking on the Nothing Major podcast with his former colleague John Isner, Querrey shared his thoughts. "I have two thoughts," he said. 1. You always hear players or people complaining that the off-season is too short, and then they go and play these exhibitions, whether it's these, Abu Dhabi, or the massive exhibitions they used to do in Asia or India. I think as much as players talk about wanting long breaks, they don't really want them because they want to go and earn a lot of money playing these exhibitions. Querrey added, "My second thought was that I was on duty for both events, and both were incredible. Madison Square Garden, Alcaraz and Ben Shelton was amazing. More than 19,000 people. Both are charismatic, smile, put on a show, and the crowd was fully invested." The same happened with Charlotte, where Frances Tiafoe came out wearing a Charlotte Hornets jersey. "If anyone else did that, they'd look like an idiot, but Tiafoe pulls it off," said Querrey, laughing. "Both events were fantastic, but that said, I'd rather watch a third-round night match at the US Open in Arthur Ashe than one of these exhibitions." Isner agreed with Querrey and added, "I'd prefer to watch Alcaraz play a third-round match at Arthur Ashe during the US Open, but a city like New York wants the best players, so people showed up at Madison Square Garden. New York is a huge place with tons of tennis fans, so it's no surprise that tickets sold out. Charlotte, on the other hand, I was curious to see how that event would go, but it sold out again. I think it shows the star power Carlos Alcaraz has." In 2023, Alcaraz played a total of 67 official matches, record of 54-13, and won 4 titles, including Roland Garros and Wimbledon, earning $9.8 million in prize money for the season. However, the Spaniard participated in up to 5 exhibition events throughout the year. Carlos Alcaraz's new concern. The Mercian wants to improve in 2025 to try to reclaim the number 1 ranking, and for that, he is adjusting the weight of his rackets. The holidays are over for Carlos Alcaraz, and beyond a few advertising commitments, the Mercian is now only focused on 2 main goals: winning the Australian Open, the only title missing from his trophy case, and regaining the top spot lost to Jannik Sinner in the ATP rankings. To achieve both challenges, the player from El Palmar has wasted no time starting his preseason. While some have traveled to Abu Dhabi to begin this phase, Carlos is doing so in his hometown, surrounded by loved ones and sharing some Christmas moments with his family. Although he is physically rested enough, Alcaraz knows the importance of mentally recharging as well, something that is easier with his family nearby. Beyond this, a new concern has emerged for the Olympic silver medalist: the weight of his racket. According to Relebo, the Levantine player is testing different setups. Specifically, on Thursday, Alcaraz began his first training session, evaluating the new rackets provided by Babolat alongside Juan Carlos Ferrero. They decided he would continue using the Pure Aero 98, but to add more power to his shots, the brand has added a few extra grams to different parts of the racket. The technical team prefers not to condition Alcaraz, so they have not told him where the extra weight is located. This allows him to decide which feels most comfortable for him. Opening of the Carlos Alcaraz exhibition. On another note, Carlos Alcaraz fulfilled the planned date for the opening of his museum. Surrounded by family and unforgettable memorabilia, the Spaniard attended the launch of his first exhibition in Murcia. Under the title Feet on the Ground, the Alcaraz Foundation gathered emotionally valuable items, including trophies, the shoes with which he won his first Grand Slams, and the Wimbledon net where he made history in 2023, among many others. During the event, Alcaraz enjoyed himself alongside close friends and a group of journalists who attended the event. Carlos Alcaraz, a role model on and off the court, the small details make the difference. Carlos Alcaraz, one of the leading stars of the new tennis generation, reflected on his childhood and the values that shaped him during a special event held in Murcia. At the opening of the Feet on the Ground exhibition, which showcases his career and will remain open until February 15 at Murcia's Cárcel Vieja, the Murcian shared personal moments and emphasized how growing up in a humble environment shaped his perspective on life and sport. Alcaraz, a winner of 4 Grand Slam titles and regarded as one of tennis' brightest hopes, recalled a childhood marked by simplicity, love, and a lack of major luxuries. "I lived happily and in a loving environment, without big luxuries, but today I know that the small things make the difference. I didn't need more to be happy," he expressed, making it clear that his roots are an essential part of his identity. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, because here, at Tennis Zone, we dedicate ourselves to offering the best content for the best audience. We provide in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and comprehensive coverage of everything related to the tennis world. Join our community and be part of the excitement of tournaments with us. Moreover, at Tennis Zone, we strive to deliver updated and high-quality content on players, tournaments, strategies, and the most relevant events in the world of tennis.